So how about this? How about we talk about introverts versus extroverts? Do you guys even know what those things are? Hey everybody, so I'm here today with my friends Milo and Noemi. And how do you guys know each other?
Because we're brothers and sisters.
Brother and sister. Now, not everybody in your family could come here today. You also have a brother, Samuel. And where's Samuel today?
At school.
He's at school. Hi, Samuel. Sorry, we're having fun without you. There are some people who love to be around others, and there are some people who really like to be by themselves. In fact, maybe should we look it up on the internet and see what the internet has to say about it? Let's go to dictionary.com. An introvert is a shy person concerned primarily with his or her own thoughts or feelings. So somebody who likes to be alone, maybe a little shy. And then let's see what an extrovert is. An extrovert is an outgoing person, a person characterized by the physical and the social environment. They like to be around other people. So introvert, kind of shy and quiet. Extrovert, likes parties in the playground. So which do you think you are, Milo?
An introvert.
You think you're an introvert, the kind of shy person?
No.
You're an extrovert. You like being around other people.
Party!
Party! Yeah! What are you, Noemi?
Party!
You're a party person. You're an extrovert. What about your brother, Samuel, who isn't here right now? What do you think he is?
Introvert. He likes reading by himself.
I see. So you guys are both extroverts. Brother Samuel is an introvert. What about your mom and dad? What do you think they are?
Both. Yeah, both.
So mom is an introvert and an extrovert, and dad is an introvert and an extrovert?
Yeah.
How can you be both? How does that make sense?
Because they like being around us and they don't like being around us.
How do you think it's possible that your mom and dad had 3 kids and some are extroverts and one's an introvert? How can there be different kinds of kids in the same family? How does that make sense?
Because he's the older one.
So you think all the introverts are born first in families? Well, it's a little different in my family because I'm kind of more the extrovert. I like to be around people, but my sister, she's really quiet and shy. So when she goes to parties, she likes to more just kind of like sit by herself. So in my family, it's kind of the opposite. The extrovert is the older kid and the introvert is the younger kid. Do you think it's possible that it's the same? That it's just as good to be an introvert as it is to be an extrovert?
Yes. Yeah.
Maybe. I think that there are some kids who are introverts, and that's okay, like your brother Samuel. And there are some kids like you guys who are extroverts, and that's okay. So is there a good way that if we're around an introverted kid, how can we respect them and be nice to them?
Being quiet.
Being quiet around them. So if we say, hey, you want to play with me? You want to play with me? You want to play with me? And they say, no thanks, I'd rather read my book. What should you say?
Okay.
Oh, and then what should you do?
Just go play with somebody else.
All right, I like that. So what are some things when you get home today, how can you let your brother Samuel know that you care about him being an introvert?
Just don't play with him.
Just don't play with him. Leave him alone. And then he'll come out of his room and say, you guys left me alone. What happened? And then what will you say? Well, you could say, oh, well, I was on this great new episode of Adam's Answers today. And we talked all about how we can respect you being an introvert.
Yeah.
And then he'll go to YouTube and say, show me. Well, Noemi, I'm so thankful that you came to share your ideas with me today. Thank you, Milo, for coming and sharing your ideas with me today. And do you have any advice, anything else that we should say to kids out there watching right now?
Hi.
Hi, that's good for starters. Anything else? No, that's it. Just hi. So, hi.
Hi.
And goodbye.
Hi. play like animal games and we make a fortress. Milo's always the cub with me, and then the crazy cub. He just like crazy.
And then sometimes I break down the den.
You break down the den because you're such a crazy cub? Wow, that definitely sounds like an extrovert kind of thing to do. And then does Samuel ever play that game with you guys?
Yeah.
He's the daddy.
Oh, so he's follows the rules a lot, I'm guessing.
But I'm not like so playish because I don't want to get like no hunting or getting the babies who squeal.
Oh, I see. Yeah, having a wild cub is one thing, but then to have squealing babies too.
Yeah, we eat them.
You eat them? The babies? You eat the babies?
The game.
No, we shut them up in the tiger jail.
And then they like, wah! And then we have to tell them to be quiet.
And then you eat them.
She eats them.